So, so yeah, I guess you're, well, not I guess. So you're reading with me now. So the problem with the problem with this particular product is that the team was underproducing. So the goal was is in this particular scenario 600 usable boards with fewer than 10 rejects during each 8-hour shift, and the team produced at what is currently producing 500 usable boards with as many as 30 defect boards produced on each shift. Um, Sorry, I'm actually in a room and most people are sleeping. I'm up, I guess, early reading. I guess people are sleeping, and well, I'm up doing homework. Can't fault them for that. That's each individual's choice. I know some are on their way to work. Nevertheless, let's take a look. So after you taking in the team's input and you implementing those ideas, they were able to meet the company goals and beat the company goals. So that's exciting. I guess I could show you one of my assignments that I recently did. I don't know if I get in trouble for showing you other people's posts online on camera. I actually did an assignment a few days ago, and maybe I will show it to you again. I'm reading this and I went over it to show you guys what I'm reading and what information I think may be beneficial to you as well. To sign up for the class, you can do so at Thomas Edison State University or any of the many colleges and university here in the United States and globally, and probably in, excuse me, let me deduct the word probably from that sentence. In anywhere in the world, in many, many countries of the world, you can find colleges and universities and great companies working. Thriving and succeeding. As you can see, here are annotations where I'm able to note versus the actual textbook, the paperback or hardback book, I would do annotations in the margins. Here with the e-textbook, I'm able to annotate this special annotation feature. So I can highlight text. For example, I can highlight text and then add an annotation. And then it's there. That's just an example of an annotation. So sometimes this works and sometimes it acts a little shoddy. Backing each other, employees setting and engaging about anger outbursts, demanding absolute, putting followers down in public, acting archipelago to coercing to subordinates to unethical behavior. We are here. ultimately this ultimately this chapter is talking about powerful talking and the powerless talking. We covered powerless talking in the beginning of the video, and there are obviously very many details that I've left out from the textbook, but I just wanted to do a little sample go through with you, sample lesson with you, sample reading with you, and hopefully you've enjoyed it, learned something. Feel free to join the university. Sign up with tesu.com. Excuse me, tesu.edu, Thomas Edison State University, or any college or university or abroad. Here or abroad. So I'm gonna cut the camera and get back to my normal regime of reading. Said I was gonna show you an assignment. Hopefully I won't get in trouble for this. So this is my MAN 376 course, and we're on week 5 of 12. So it's kind of exciting. It's moving along. It's January 2nd, 2019, and actually, quiz 1 I made it a lower A on. Quiz 2, I thought I made a higher A on, but I submitted it so fast I missed the grade. So I hit my professor up in the lounge, or actually in the private student mentor forum and ask him if he could uh, ask him if he could give me the grade. But the thing about it is that I don't know if he can right now because he might be busy grading other people's assignments. So it's really exciting to hopefully get that grade really soon, if you know what I mean. So yeah. And the assignment that I was gonna show you is I got somebody that hit me up here. Let's see. Haven't been answering my messages as much. You guys can't see it, but getting something in from a Facebook friend asking about the family in the new year. I'll get back to him in a second or later sometime after I finish this. I got at least like 20 people that I try to keep in contact with, at least positively reinforce our relationship, just to say hey or hello, look, thumbs up when I can. But I was doing it a lot more before starting this semester. Now I have people that I do that with here in class, which you will see in just a second. So, which assignment I want to show you? Well, we can take a look at last week's case analysis, which this is module 2 of 7. I don't remember which. I don't remember what. There was a situation at the campus news, and Marion was the leader, and she had a Mark as the editor, and some other staff that was kind of untrained. Not kind of untrained, it was untrained. And this particular case study deals with fixing the problems based on our own suggestions. They fell beneath, actually, they didn't fall beneath productivities. We're not looking at statistics, so to say here. We're actually looking at errors in the newspaper stories. There were a lot of, well, there was an error in the dean's name spelling, and there was some other issues, and so much to the point where an administrator was subpoenaed about based on a missed story that was presented by Campus News. So there were 5 questions on the issue, which was the assignment is ultimately to do this box for the case study analysis. And we were to work in groups. So the mentor slash professor put us in groups, and we were to work together to come up with the final answer 5 to the question at hand, which happened to be the case analysis about Marion Norton and the Algonquin University Campus News, fixing their errors in name spelling, other errors, administrative problems. So at least one of the terms here will be industry specific or class specific jargon, so to say. I see 2 now. Hersey and Blanchard, situational leadership approach and readiness level 2. You would only know that if you are in the industry or taking the class or you do the research. You could certainly find out through Google. But you might not know it just reading off this first video viewing. So that was my group, and that was questions 1 through 4. We answered them. Each person answered questions 1 through 4, and then we had to find a leader, determine a leader, and continue with the assignment here. Well, first, I was asking the group who they wanted to be the leader, and it really didn't matter because eventually every person in the class has to lead at least one assignment. Every person in the group, more specifically, has to lead one assignment per semester in this particular course. So this was me asking. And this is our working on number 5, question 5, about handling the problem. That was the end.